Journal Record Editor Ted Streuli joins us to discuss other stories making headlines in business this week. Ted, the budget deal announced this week had some bad news for teachers.
Well, it did. There were proposals out there to give teachers statewide about a $2,000 a year pay raise. That did not make it into the budget. Their salaries will be flat, although at the end of the week, State Senator Clark Jolly said teacher raises are a priority and they'll get it done next year.
A new state law is expected to give Oklahoma's poultry industry a boost.
Well, it is. This is a quirky little law. The poultry farmers were having a hard time finding electricians to wire the poultry houses, the chicken barns, if you will, and we're paying some pretty exorbitant rates to get that done. This will allow certain electricians to be licensed solely to wire air-conditioned poultry houses, and that should get their prices down considerably.
A dispute between lawmakers and the Association of County Commissioners of Oklahoma continues. What's the latest?
Well, it does. A handful of legislators asked for a lot of documents from the organization, the ACCO. The ACCO claims it is not a public body. Some legislators think it does qualify as a public body. They're concerned that some public money was misappropriated.
A disaster at a Japanese nuclear plant may have some lessons for Oklahoma. Tell us about that.
That's right. Well, we're talking about the Fukushima disaster in Japan, and some of their cleanup efforts in that country are going to be tried here near Crescent at the former site of the Kerr-McGee uranium enrichment plant. It involves taking uranium and some other things out of the earth and actually selling them.
A Las Vegas-based game maker is expanding its presence in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, a company's called AGS. They employ about 100 people in Oklahoma City. They're moving to quarters double their size from 30,000 square feet to 60,000. A substantial portion of their revenue comes from selling Class 2 and Class 3 games here in Oklahoma. They just made a couple acquisitions, so they're growing rapidly.
Ted, what are you working on for next week?
You know, in a survey that came out this week, it was found that Oklahoma City is one of the least energy efficient cities in the country. We're going to take a look at that in Tuesday's paper.
Ted Streuli, editor of the Journal Record, thank you.
Thanks for having me.